oh, yad hai, oh. Dvash vechalav tachat leshonech, tachat leshonech. Dvash vechalav tachat leshonech, tachat leshonech.
Shabbat Shalom. Wow, first I have to say, you know, the old, should I stand? Yeah? You know, they sometimes say don't like get between people and their food, and so I actually just want to start by saying the wonderful thing about calling this evening a tish is that it means you get to bring whatever food, and you can get up and get food and drink, you can bring it over here, sort of, this is schmoozing and eating and singing and kvelling. I'll say another word about that in a minute. We are largely going to linger on Rafi a little bit. But before we do that, I also just want to take a moment to say just how amazing it is to kind of begin to experience the spirit and energy and warmth of this community. I think we all, in different ways, you know, have a chance to sort of go around the country and drop into different places, and there's something really special happening here. So you know. So we're going to move back and forth between some singing all together, please, and a little bit of storytelling. We'll try not to embarrass Rafi too much, but some storytelling. I know, you want us to embarrass us. So some storytelling, some kvelling, as I said, and offering some brachot to Rafi. I just want to maybe sort of open that by saying, as I was flying here today, I was thinking, I think the first text you and I ever studied together, of course, was the text from Pirkei Avot that we always study at the beginning of the Bronfman Youth Fellowship. So, make for yourself a teacher, acquire for yourself a friend, and judge every person favorably. And so it was, I guess, 15
years ago.
15 years ago that we first studied that together. And I was thinking about it today. I was thinking, I really don't think there's anyone else I know who embodies all three of those capacities more fully, more deeply than you, Rafi. So, I know, it's okay. My father and I both are, my father was a crier also, so I just want to say, he had a great expression when I would cry, and I'm embarrassed, and he'd say, we live close to the water. It's okay. So, we live close to the water. Really, so, I mean, you know, the fact that we're all here is really a reflection of the fact that we've each known the blessing of you helping to make us teachers. And we've each known the blessing of your friendship. And we've each known the blessing of witnessing your capacious heart and your capacity to really judge each person favorably, I think partly because you're able to see kol ha'adam, see each person as a whole person. So with that, we will move into, maybe we'll do just another round of dvash v'chalav, and then turn it over to Becky.
דבש וחלב תחת לשונך, תחת לשונך. 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 דבש וחלב תחת לשונך, תחת לשונך.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat
Hi.
Shalom.
I'm Becky Vorwinda. I'm the CEO of the Bronfman Fellowship, and just truly, truly so grateful to be here. I just want to say a huge thank you for bringing us here to celebrate Rafi, who is so dear, and for all of the support already from the staff and volunteers. It's been just a pleasure interacting with everybody. So I wanted to share a few words. Okay. All right, so Rafi's first impression on me was, let's say, far from savory. At least on paper. When at age 17, Rafi applied to the Bronfman Fellowship, he decided, for some very strange reason,
God, I know you're gonna say.
to write an essay about a blister on his left foot.
Yes.
Yep. Trust me, it was not pretty. It was really graphic. Okay. But there was some other good stuff in general, so we were like, okay, we'll give it a try. But thankfully, the Rafi who I met shortly afterwards in person, and then have had an absolute joy of knowing and loving for 15 years, is much more than that injured foot. He's someone full of feeling, curious, warm, compassionate, and a deep thinker, as I think you've all started to get to know her more than that. Those are actually adjectives that were used by one of Rafi's beloved Bronfman friends, Chava Lansky, and her words were just so much more eloquent than mine when I asked her sort of, what should I say here? And they really do encapsulate what I appreciate and value in you, Rafi. So I am so lucky to be offering a blessing for you, dear Rabbi Rafi, and for this entire beautiful community at Shir Hadash. So I'd like to start by sharing, briefly, two stories. The first was actually something I read in the New York Times just the other day. UC Riverside professor of psychology, Sonia, I'm not going to get the last name correct, but Lyubomirsky, has a new book out that she felt compelled to write after being asked over and over again, what is the secret to happiness? Her answer, feeling loved. She explains in the book that in order to feel more loved by others, you must begin by making them feel loved by you. Giving and receiving love function together like a seesaw. You lift a person up with the weight of your curiosity and attentiveness, and then they do the same in turn. Therefore, I'd like to posit that the secret to love is listening. And you talked a bit about listening before in your dvar. But what does it take to really listen? So to answer that question, I'd like to offer another brief story. This time, a Hasidic tale from Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, by way of another of Rafi's teachers that Rafi studied this text with, Rabbi Michel Tzion, in 2011. And this text is as follows. Rabbi Nachman teaches that in the Talmud, it says that before a person comes into the world, they're taught and shown everything that they need. And once they are out in this world, it is lost and forgotten. And thus, that one lost object, that thing that they have forgotten, can be found with the help of the tzaddik, the righteous person. So what must a tzaddik do? The tzaddik must search for her own lost object until she finds it. And after she finds it, she returns and searches for the lost objects of others until she finds their lost objects. And then keeps looking to find all the lost objects of the whole world. I'd like to suggest here that the best way to help someone find their lost object is through listening. Active listening with an open heart and an open mind, and without an expectation of a right answer. The work is in the search, in the searching together. And dear Rafi, you have taught me so much as a friend about the value of the search and sharing it, and the value of listening to oneself and others with love and with patience and with clarity. Okay, so here is my blessing tonight. Rabbi Rafi, may your leadership at Shir Hadash always be in the service of finding that lost object for yourself, for others, and towards the repair of the entire world. And may your remarkable skills as a loving listener guide you in this work, bringing you love, and bringing more love into this community, Shir Hadash, and into the entire world. Shabbat Shalom.
So we're gonna start. We're gonna sing a song that I feel like carried me through every year at Hebrew College. This alum, Rabbi Lev Friedman, would come in and sing this song that he wrote. It's based off Psalm 136. It's on page 4. I just love this song so much, and it's like one of my favorite songs. But I'm going to sing the nigun of it. It's the melody that sort of carries us through all 4 verses. And the biggest thing you need to know is that I want you all to join in on the words Ki le'olam chasto, for God's loving kindness is everlasting. And this is a nigun, and if you don't get the whole melody for the verse, that's okay. All you got to know is the Ki le'olam chasto part at the end, and this is the melody. Ya-da-da-da-da-hi-dai, 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 ya-da-da-da-hi-dai, ya-da-da-da-da-hi-dai, 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 ki le'olam chasto, ya-da-da-da-da-hi-dai, 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 ya-da-da-da-hi-dai, ya-da-da-da-da-hi-dai, 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 ki le'olam chasto. One more time. Ya-da-da-da-da-hi-dai, 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 ki le'olam chasto. What will your name be? Will it the same be? No, it will not see. This much I know. We're moving forward. The seas have parted. The day has started. Ki leolam chasto. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Ki leolam chasto. Will there be answers to our questions? Is there some wisdom that we might know? The answers are all mine, but you may know in time. And now you're doing fine. Ki leolam chasto. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Ki leolam chasto. And when great light comes, sometimes burning, the deepest learning revealed and shown. There are so many times we're mostly walking blind, yet held up by the signs. Ki leolam chasto. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Ki leolam chasto. There must be purpose to our yearning and our discerning. We hope to grow, to find the truth inside, and verses will abide. The Torah's flowing tide. Ki leolam chasto. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Ki leolam chasto. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da da. Yada da da. Yada da da da. Yada da 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 da. Ki leolam chasto. What will your name be? Will it the same be? No, it will not see. This much I know. We're moving forward. The seas have parted. The day has started. Ki leolam chasto.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
It's such an honor and a joy to be with you all and to get to witness this wonderful moment for Rafi and for your whole community. What I want to share is really, I'm a historian, so I like to take a step back and look at the big picture. So as some of you may know, I've known Rafi since he was born, but actually our story goes way back before that, because we are the second and third generations of our family to be friends and family with each other. My mother and Rafi's father, both of them of blessed memory, met in the early 70s, and so I've been part of the Ellenson clan since my own birth. And we had the wonderful opportunity also to, when David was working at Brandeis, to have him staying with us during the week. So we had another.
The Ellenson Suite.
Yeah, he lived in the Ellenson Suite on our third floor and became a part of our family and a kind of surrogate grandparent to our kids and just another generation of familyness together. And so when Rafi was coming to rabbinical school at Hebrew College, we said, hey, the Ellenson Suite is open. And it was during the pandemic, and it seemed like a great time to mix things up in our family unit. And one day in July of 2020, Rafi burst through the door with a lot of stuff exploding from his bags. And as I said, I had known Rafi his whole life, but it was such a wonderful time for us to get to know each other in a different way. And Rafi showed up with all of his earnestness and his ability to laugh at himself and poke fun at everybody else, and deep love of Torah and of poetry and of music. His bedroom was right above our bedroom, so we would hear his music often. And his deep romantic feelings and his deep questions about the meaning of life and Israel and just God and everything all the questions that one could ask. Much like his father, also starting conversations late at night as we were heading to bed that were deep, soul-wrenching conversations that we then would really get into it. And one of the other real joys of it also was getting to see Rafi in relationship with our children, who I'm 21 years older than Rafi. Rafi's 13 years older than our kids. And it was this incredible opportunity to see another generation of people developing this relationship. And Rafi became this very special sibling cousin, as they call each other, to our children. And that took many different forms, from making TikTok videos together to schooling them on the politics of things they were posting on or reposting on Instagram, to drawing maps of the history of Jewish history and migration with our daughter, all to fighting over choices on the radio when we took car trips together. Things that went from the mundane to the absolutely deep and beautiful. And it's been just such a blessing, Rafi, to have you in our life in this way, and to have you in our kids' lives. I'm telling these stories in part because both of our children really wanted to be here this weekend, and Rafi really wanted them to be here. And they're off in the world doing their things right now, but are here in spirit. So I wanted to bring them in spirit. And the blessing that emerges from this is really about the blessing of generations and of family and of legacy. And you are starting your journey here as a rabbi in this community. But we know that the impact of that is going to be felt for many generations. And I feel so blessed that our families have been connected, and I know will continue to be connected even as you're across the country. And the Ellenson suite is vacant, but hopefully Jackie will come visit us soon. I bless you that you will continue to have this kind of unfolding of generations of love, and be able to also see that continued legacy within all of the relationships that you have within this community. We love you so much.
We'll sing on the bottom of page 5, something that I keep saying to myself over the course of this entire weekend. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive.
Good Shabbos. I'm Orr, and I tagged along with Judith on this trip. Earlier, Sharon described her father as saying that she and her family live close to the water. I think one could say of the Ellensons, particularly Rafi and his late father, Rabbi Dr. David Ellenson, that they splashed about in the water. In fact, Uncle David, as my children call him, was invited to give a Dvar Torah at their bar bat mitzvah celebration. They are twins. And he spent the first 3 to 5 minutes crying. And then at a certain point said out loud, "Okay, now I'm going to share what I was thinking about." So I may just blubber. But this is what came to heart and mind after you asked us to think about this beautiful opportunity. Some of you are probably familiar with the story of Reb Zusha. Reb Zusha was a student of the great Maggid of Mezrich, among the founders of Eastern European Hasidism. And there's a story that's told about his deathbed experience, in which, surrounded by family and friends, Reb Zusha begins to weep. And the students in particular are confused. And one says, in an attempt to try and assuage Reb Zusha, "Master, why are you crying? You are nearly as wise as Moses and as compassionate as Abraham." And Reb Zusha, still tear-filled, responds by saying that when I arrive at the gates on high, they won't ask me why you weren't as wise as Moses or as compassionate as Abraham, but why weren't you more like Zusha? It's a classic story about personal authenticity and integrity. And Rafi, I want to say that over these many years that I've come to know and love you, you are a person of personal authenticity and integrity. There is no confusing you for anyone else. And Judith captured some of that, as did Becky. From blisters to playlists to deep insights to outings in search of the best hummus
Vermont. That's what's important.
in the Northeast. That was one of our COVID activities as a family. Schlepping to Vermont in search of what we were told.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was good. It was good. It was all right. It was okay.
It's not about the destination. So I want to pair that story of weeping, that story of personal integrity, with a teaching from another of the great Hasidic Rebbes, whom I'll speak about more tomorrow. That's Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev, whose work we've studied together over several years, and it's a particularly important teaching to me on this parsha, on Parshat Truma. And the Berdichever asks the following question. When God commands Moses to create the tabernacle, the Mishkan, the Torah says, K'chol asher ani mareh otcha, just as I show you, so shall you make all of it, including all of the sacred vessels and objects in the temple. And then in the medieval period, the great commentator Rashi has an enigmatic comment, which is ledorot, for all generations. Along come his children and grandchildren, and as they tend to do, said, we don't understand this. The tabernacle and all of its accoutrements were not the same as the temple in Jerusalem. So it can't be that the command was lidorot, for all generations. And with a twinkle in his eye, the Berdichever then says, Rashi meant something else when he meant lidorot. What he meant that what God was trying to convey is that in every generation, we must build our sacred spaces and communities, K'chol asher ani mareh otcha, just as I show you. And so the Berdichever goes on to say, this is what Rashi meant, whether or not Rashi was aware of it. The meaning is that in every generation, you must seek to create a holy community based on the vision of that generation. And of course, in doing so, you commune with spirits of the past. You try and learn historically and otherwise from the people that have come before you. But you must do it authentically and with integrity, which means to try and be discerning of the presence of the divine in this place and time. So my blessing for you and for you as a community is to take from the teachings of these past masters, like Reb Zusha as it applies to the individual, and the Berdichever as it applies to the community. And I saw that on such beautiful display this evening, Rafi and everyone else that was involved in crafting that service. And I hope and pray that as you continue to journey together, that you'll discover God's presence betocham, betochechem, within each and every one of you. And as you journey together, you described yourself aspirationally as a community organizer. I thought that was a beautiful way of saying it. We once had a president that described himself as such. I won't go further. So, whether in tears or in joy, I hope and pray that you, Rafi, and your blessed community continue to discern together and to listen carefully for the voice of the divine. Not because someone else, somewhere else, said so, but because in your process of discovery together, you can taste and touch and feel what is needed here and now.
On page 6. Oh God, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary to you. Ve'asuli mikdash ve'shachanti betocham va'anachnu nevarech Yah me'ata ve'ad olam. Yai, na, 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 na. Ya, na, 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 ya, ya. Yai, na, na, na. Yai, na, na, yai, yai, na, na, na. Yai, na, 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 na. Yai, na, na, na. Yai, na, 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 na. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary to you. Ve'asuli mikdash ושכנתי בתוכם, ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם.
So first, I'm Sharon, by the way. I think I forgot to introduce myself earlier. Thank you again for everything and for this evening. We're going to wrap up soon. I actually got to be a shlicha. I have a pile of cards and notes from teachers and students back at Hebrew College who wanted to send their books.
I can't read it now.
No, don't read it now. But it was
I
kind
can't
of
and I
amazing.
won't.
Yes, do not, but it was kind of amazing to, I mentioned to people I'd be coming and they could drop them off and just to sit in my office during the day on Thursday and have people, coming. And anyway, it's really, really sweet. So I wanted to offer just one more sort of reflection and word of bracha for this evening. There were so many images, when you said, think about a story, there were so many images that came to mind from over the years. I was like, this is really thin on plot, though. It's just like all these really strong, vivid images. So I wanted to just start by saying that I really treasure the fact that the seeds of our relationship were planted in Yerushalayim, in Jerusalem. It means a lot to me. That's where we first discovered our shared love of poetry, our shared love of the Hebrew language, our shared love of the English language, our shared love of Israel in all its complexity, of humans in all their complexity. And I'm just really grateful for all those layers that we carry. You spoke so beautifully this evening, Rafi, about what we were just singing about the building of the Mishkan, and the significance of building sacred community that really depends on everyone bringing their unique, distinctive gifts. And so I just wanted to say a few words about not even the gifts that you bring to this community, the gift that you are to this community. And I wanted to connect it to one of my favorite, one of my favorite lines in all of Midrash actually comes on this week's Parshat Truma, in Shmot Rabbah. And this Midrash imagines God saying to the people of Israel, before commanding them to build the Mishkan, commanding them to build the tabernacle, imagines God saying, Ad matai ehyeh mithalech belo bait. God is saying to the people, how long am I going to have to wander without a home? And that question, that divine question, is the beginning of the building of the Mishkan. It's really God saying to the people, are you going to make room for the divine presence on earth in your midst or not? And the Midrash actually kind of frames it with language from Shir HaShirim, language from Song of Songs, and imagines God saying, Pitchili, God knocking on the door of our hearts and saying, will you open the door of your hearts, shelo yeh bachutz, so that I won't be left outside. It's such a tender midrash. So that's kind of there's a little bit of heartache, behind the whole building of the Mishkan. That aching question, will we let God in? Will we make a home for the divine presence on earth, in our hearts? Of course, we know from the way the Torah talks about the building of the Mishkan that there are a couple of essential things needed for this building process. One is nedivut lev, generosity of heart. I mean, come on. Right. I rest my case. Another, interestingly, is humility. And this comes up in the Gemara, in Masechet Sota, where it says, it has God again saying to the people, not to the people, but just God is saying in this, in this little teaching, that where there is gasut, where there's arrogance, where there's a kind of crassness of spirit that diminishes and demeans other people, there is no room for me to dwell. And the language there is not lishkon, but adur, that God can't dwell. So the Sfat Emet, another Hasidic master, connects that God saying, I will dwell only where there's humility, only where there's not the arrogance that crowds me out, connects that word adur to Adar, which we're in the month of Adar. And of course, that's what the month of Adar, with Purim coming around the bend, has us doing, is learning to take care of each other, to give gifts to our friends and neighbors, to give matanot levyonim, to give tzedakah to people who need it. So really reminding us what it means to take care of each other in the context of a sometimes cruel and chaotic world. So as I was thinking about all of this, I was thinking, Rafi, tonight, again, I love the image. You talked about yourself as a community organizer. Amazing. That's true, and you're incredibly skilled at that. I've often also found myself talking about you over the years as a bridge builder. You're also incredibly skilled at that, your capacity to sort of connect to people across difference. And but tonight, I'm thinking about you, just another layer. Another image that's coming to my mind is someone who is committed sort of to the core of your being to making a home for other people in your own heart and in community and in the world. And I think part of why that is striking me so powerfully this year is, and in this moment, is that we're living in a time, obviously, when so much of what's happening in both of the lands that we love is that people are being displaced and taken out of their homes, or their homes are being destroyed, or there's a lot of homelessness, human homelessness, mirroring, hearing that voice, that divine voice saying, Ad matai, sort of, how long are you going to leave me homeless? So in a world where there's a lot of displacement and a lot of homelessness, you teach us all what it means to commit each day in the small, small ways and in the big ways to make a home for each other. And in doing that, to make a home for God among us. So my bracha for you this Shabbat is, as you continue the sacred work of creating a home for others, may you feel yourself deeply and joyfully and peacefully at home in this community and in yourself and in the embrace of the one who holds us all.
I'm just going to say, and then we'll sing our last song, I'm going to say just really, truly briefly, just that you four are my models for how to be. And thank you for being here. I'm going to invite everyone to stand, if they can, for the last song. This song is it's a zipper song. It's a song that you sort of fill in. That's what I've heard it's called, a zipper song, where you can sort of add in words that don't exist. And it's sort of, you'll see it sort of call and response a little bit, but the chorus is sung together. And the chorus goes like this, so I'll sing it and you can repeat after me. When I come to the end of the road, try that. When I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load, and I lay down my heavy load. Beautiful, let's try that together. When I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load. So that's always gonna stay the same. And you're gonna sort of repeat after me with what I'm gonna sing here. May the life I lead speak for me. That's a little tricky because the second part, there's a pickup on the last word, on the word lead, but you're gonna get it. I believe in all of you. May the life I lead, may the life I lead. Great, let's try that out. So, may the life I lead, may the life I lead speak for me. Together, when I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load, may the life I lead, may the speak for me. Let's try it one more time again with May the Life I Lead, then I'll sort of explain how this is gonna go. May the life I lead, speak for me. May the life I lead, speak for me. When I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load, may the life I lead, speak for me. May the songs I sing, speak for me. May the songs I sing, speak for me. When I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load, may the songs I sing speak for me. May the work I do speak for me. May the work I do speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load, may the work I do speak for me. May the words I speak speak for me. May the words I speak speak for me. When I've come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load, may the words I speak speak for me. And this is the game. Because as I said, I can't do this alone. I don't want to do this alone. So I want to invite people in this kahal, in this holy community, to lead this song. You can do it from your chair. May the blank I blank. And we'll take our time. Just when folks feel so called, I invite you in. May the community I build speak for me. May the community I build speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load, may the community I build speak for me. May the books I read speak for me. May the books I read speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load, may the books I read speak for me. Care I give. Barbara's gonna be next. May the care. Sorry, Carolyn, one more time. Hit it. May the care I give speak for me. May the care I give speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load, may the care I give speak for me. May the love I give speak for me. May the love I give speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load, may the love I give speak for me. Let's take one more. May the hearts I touch speak for me. May the hearts I touch speak for me. When I come to the end of the road and I lay down my heavy load, may the hearts I touch speak for me. May the life I lead speak for me. May the life I lead speak for me. when I come to the end of the road, and I lay down my heavy load, may the life I lead, may the hearts I touch, may the love I give, may the care I give, may the books I read, may the community I build, may the life I lead.
Speak for
Shabbat Shalom.